Let the galaxy burn.
Hi guys, in today's video I'm going to be talking through how to make and play with an Alpha Legion's traps deck. So traps decks are interesting because they don't rely on your own units or even the enemy's units for doing most of the damage to the enemy Warlord. Instead, you're trying to use and weaponize the enemy's own deck. It's a unique playstyle, it's a lot of fun, although it's not super effective. I struggle to really get much beyond 3000 ranking with it, but it's fun to try out anyway. Alright, now the most important thing with a traps deck is your Warlord, and despite what the energy ability might say, this guy over here, Alpha Legionary, is not a good choice for making a traps deck, even though he can keep generating traps. Instead, what you want is this guy, Alpharius. The reason for that is in the energy ability over here. Traps decks are all about statistics. What you need to do is maximize the probability of the enemy drawing one of your trap cards. So if you're spending the whole game as Alpha Legionary, you might be generating lots of traps and throwing them into the enemy deck, but the enemy still has his entire deck of cards to go through. And so the odds of any one of your traps coming up is relatively not that good. Instead, a successful traps deck requires you to force the enemy to run through his deck as fast as possible. And Alpharius is perfect for that. So let me talk through the other cards then which follow. First up, we've got Fleeing Populace. This is a no-brainer. It's a free card to play, and whenever it dies, your enemy draws a card, which is exactly what you want him to do. So that's great to have in there. Next up, I'll come to Infiltration in a moment. We've got Lectitio Divinatis. This card draws 2 of your own and then forces your enemy to draw 1 card. That's also really good for what we're trying to do over here. So basically, between Fleeing Populace, Lectitio Divinatis, and Alpharius' ability, you can actually force the enemy to draw 4 cards, in fact, in the first 2 turns alone. Alright. And now related to that, we also have Sleeper Operative. Because we're trying to force the enemy Warlord to run through his deck as fast as possible, Sleeper Operative becomes pretty useful because every time you're drawing one of his cards for him, he takes a point of damage. Rounding off the cheap 1-point cards is Infiltration. So once you've been hopefully emptying out your hand and dumping a bunch of traps into the enemy's deck, what better thing to do than refill your hand and throw in more traps. So this is a good one for that. Coming up to the 2 energy cards, we have a lot of them now. So we've got Siriaria Squad. So these guys force both players to draw a card, again tying into what you're trying to do. And then we start coming into really all the various traps and trap related cards over here. So we start off with Enemy Within. Come on, there we go. Enemy Within. So this is a decent trap. It's actually an average one. It causes 5 damage to the enemy Warlord. That's an okay ability, but there's some better ones you might be after. False Flags is my second favorite card because it just stuns everything the enemy has on the board. That's a cool ability. We'll come on to Hurtado Bronzy in a sec. Hydra Dominatus. It's one of my least favorite cards. It can sometimes really save you, but it does nothing if the enemy has a ton of units out. And also, if the enemy has a unit which you've played some nice secret orders on, Hydra Dominatus might actually kill that unit before the secret orders do anything. But on the other hand, sometimes the enemy, especially late in the game when the enemy has a bunch of strong units out, Hydra Dominatus can just really cut through them and save you. But my favorite trap card is Seeds of Betrayal. At first glance, this doesn't look really good, and if any of you guys remember when I did my Alpha Legion's card reveal on the day they came out, I thought this was pretty weak at the time, because it just gives your enemy cards. I've come to learn that this is the key to winning, because it really races through the enemy deck and brings out your other trap cards, and hopefully even more Seeds of Betrayal, and decks them out. Tying all your trap cards together is this dude, Hurtado Bronzy. He looks, with just a 2 energy cost, as though he's a guy you want to play early on in the game, but that's definitely not true. Hurtado Bronzy is a guy you play in your last turn. You put 2 energy to play him into play, and he generates a trap, and then you can just keep playing that trap repeatedly 4 more times until the end of your turn. This guy is fantastic. He's a great finisher. Hopefully I'll get to show you him in action. Alright, and then we're getting into the last couple of cards. We have a bunch of secret orders now. My deck doesn't have that many units, and I'll be taking a pounding from the enemy. So with secret orders, I'm hoping to really get the enemy to kill off his units or disable his units. So we've got 1 Delta order, which stuns the enemy Warlord and does a bit of damage. We've got 2 Gamma orders over here, which help protect me by preventing him from attacking me. Honorius Rhino, this is pretty useful. It acts as a shield as well as generating more of my orders. So that's always handy to have. Omega Order is there to just damage enemy troops as they enter play. As I mentioned, I'm going to be taking a pounding during the game because I don't have much defensive ability. So one of many is really key for healing up. And then lastly, as the enemy starts putting out some really strong troops, the instrument will hopefully help turn those against him. And rounding it all off, a lot of my cards are all about trying to work through the enemy deck, meaning putting cards into his hand. And when I'm finally done with that, I can try and punish him with the harrowing. Cool. So that's what this deck looks like. I've named it Hydra's Grasp because I'm basically using the enemy's own card to grab him around the neck. Let's go into battle and see how this does. Alright, up against Gabriel Santar. Okay, let's take a look here. I need to ideally get one of my 1 energy cards, but all things accepted, Siraria Squad is not bad for this situation. You know what, no, I'll replace both of them. Okay, Sirius came back.
We are Legion. You are not so scary.
Well, let's go ahead and just do that and reveal my identity.
This is about victory. True victory.
And not attack. There's no point. He's got so much healing in that deck with servo arms that I'll just leave it be. Ouch. I'm gonna need some good orders for this. The Omega order was kind of what I needed, but oh well. Okay, that actually worked out nicely for me. Here, have a sleeper operative. I'll take the risk and put Hydra Dominatus out right now. There's always a chance that it'll come up and just kill the sleeper operative straight away. I should have gone to sleeper operative and Omega order. Oh well. Okay, what next? Gotta draw a card. Ooh, I have the servo arm. That'll make things interesting next turn. And let's bring up Omega Order or Darius Squad. I think I'll go with Darius Squad. Give him an incentive to use his ability. Or spend energy trying to kill this guy anyway. Because he can kill the sleeper operative by slamming his face into Darius Squad, but that won't kill Darius Squad. Come on, buddy, use your ability. Yeah, oh, okay, he's gonna slam face, perfect. Next turn, I too will go with servo arm. That'll help me out a lot here. There we go, perfect. Does this only affect enemy troops? No, it affects his own. It can affect his own guys. That's a shame. Ooh, perfect. Alright, so we're gonna give an Omega order to them, and a Gamma order to them, and draw my own card again. Perfect, Terra Squad. That's exactly what I need. Hopefully he'll get tempted to drop Terra Squad right now. Awesome. Enjoy.
My agents have already infiltrated your ranks.
There we go. Perfect.
My agents have already infiltrated your ranks.
He used up his energy killing his own dudes. That's fine. I've got another Omega order ready to go right on them. Alright, let's take a look now. I will drop Seeds of Betrayal. Let's go with Infiltration next. Get some of these back. Put in another Seeds of Betrayal for now. There we go, perfect. Have some more cards, buddy. Good, he's already capped out on cards. Guy. Nice. Killed his own guy there too. Even better. And is it my turn? Nice. Alright. Draw his cards. Okay, cool. Capping out pretty nicely there. He's got 11 cards left against my 17. Alright. If he drops his Marlock Terminators, I have a surprise for him. Nope, he's going with Winnow the Weak instead. Interesting. That's fine, I don't care for that. Ooh, here. I have a better idea though. I'll give them a Delta order. See how he enjoys that. Have some false flags. I'll draw another card. Ooh, nice. Pharaoh Squad. Yes, please. And let's throw in some Hydra Dominatus. Yeah, his hand's full, so he can't even use that Mechadendrite. Is he going to kill his own guy again? Ha! Stuck. Alright. Next up, let's clear that board. Pull through another card. Ooh, Captain Kagos, he's handy. Okay. How many cards does he have left before he brings out a vehicle? He's healing himself up. Hopefully my Hydra Dominatuses are going to start popping out soon. Ooh, great. Okay, let's drop Hurtado. Ah, he gave Hydra Dominatus. That's like my least favorite card in here. Oh well, let's just fill his deck with a bunch of those. And end this turn. False flag. They're stunned. Great. That actually worked out quite nicely for me. Maybe her Shadow Bronzy might even survive for another turn. If he does, I could one of many and draw one more trap and try and see what happens. Yeah, I think I'll one of many, draw another trap, see what goes on. Ooh, no, actually, enemy within is perfect now. 1, 2, 3. What am I doing here? Another one of those. And maybe another one of those. Alright, what's he got? Here we are. Enemy within. Take some damage. Next, enemy within, have some more damage. Next, I was kinda hoping for something more dramatic. Wow. This is gonna hurt a lot. Bronzy. Healing up again. Wow. Well, that was a painful experience. Let's do this. One of many first. Ooh, that's good. Become Alfarius.
This is about victory. True victory.
One of many again. Become Alfarius again.
This is about victory. True victory.
And lastly, Secret Twin.
For the Emperor.
To heal back up into Omega. And I still have enough that I can drop a Hydra Dominatus at this point is what I need. Let's see what he draws. Perfect. Hydra Dominatus. Who dies? Please be someone good. Ooh, another Hydra Dominatus. 2 of them die. That's cool. Nice. That's the 2 most powerful guys who died. That's helpful. How many cards does he have left? 11 cards. I think most of his 11 cards should hopefully be traps at this point. Come on, draw a good trap, draw a good trap. Hydra Dominatus. Seeds of Betrayal, that's cool. Enemy within. Here, have some damage. Hydra Dominatus. Another guy dies. Ooh, Hydra Dominatus. Another one dies. Hydra Dominatus. Another one dies. He's trying all the Hydra Dominatuses, unfortunately. Enemy within. He takes some damage. Hydra Dominatus. Another one dies. Ah, Hydra Dominatus. Another one dies. There we go. And take some more damage. Alright, that worked out. Ooh, Lectitio Divinatus. So I can be kinda nasty here. I'll play enemy within first. Then draw Lectitio Divinatus, which will do more damage to him. No cards.
Were you expecting a different outcome?
And there we go. final killing blow. Done. So that is when a traps deck can be just incredibly fun to play as, just watching his whole game fall apart. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed that video. I'll get back to my normal videos again soon, I promise.